Hello everyone, welcome back to JTVK. My name is Jeffrey and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be learning how to do a perfect push-up. We will be covering 5 points and a workout structure will be provided at the end of this video. So stay with me to the end and I hope you enjoy the video. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to my channel, alright? First point. Posterior pelvic tilt, also known as PPT. Here's an example of a PPT position. It is extremely important to be in this position whenever we are performing a push-up. To try this, get on your knees, raise your arms and tilt your hips out. Then, tuck your hips in, engaging your core and your glutes. In the push-up position, if your butt is sticking out, nah, we don't want that. If your butt is tucked in, you're doing it right. Next, we've got our second point, shoulder and wrist. To do a perfect push-up, we need to align our shoulder and wrist. Take a look here as I move my shoulders backward. Here's an example of shoulders not aligning with our wrists. As I slowly move back up, the ideal position is when the shoulder is on top of the wrist. Another example that shows the shoulder is over the wrist. That will put unnecessary tension in our wrist. Our goal is always to bring it back to the ideal line. Moving on to the third point, shoulder position. To do a push-up, you have to retract your shoulders, go all the way down, all the way up, and protract your shoulders. Not to forget that we have to depress our shoulders too, basically to bring our shoulders far away from our ears. In a perfect push-up, we aim to depress and protract our shoulders, retract, go all the way down, all the way up, and protract our shoulders at the top position. That leads us to our fourth point, the arrow position. In a perfect push-up, we always need to tuck our elbows in, aiming to be like an arrow. Let's compare two different push-ups. On the right side, you will see the elbows flaring outward. Flaring out the elbow is a sign of weakness and it will cause injury in the long run. So guys, always tuck the elbows in no matter what. If you have a wider hand placement as shown here, that's totally fine as well. No matter how wide you place your hands, always remember to tuck in the elbows. With the 4 points bringing us to the last point, choosing the right intensity. If you're a beginner, this is a great way to put all 4 points into practice by performing an incline push-up, basically on an elevated surface. Progressively, you can do it on a lower surface, increasing the intensity and constantly building strength. And remember, putting the 4 points that we have learned just now into practice. Eventually, you'll be able to do it on the ground with no elevated surface at all. Another way of doing this is knee push-up. I personally prefer incline push-up on an elevated surface because it mimics the push-up better. Not to forget our negatives, we are stronger in the eccentric phase, which is to lower yourself down. Try to do it as slow as possible for reps and watch your strength goes up. With these 5 points and consistency in training, you'll be able to perform a perfect push-up in no time. Let's recap on what we have learned. Right, steady position, posterior pelvic tilt PPT, tuck the hips in, shoulder aligned with wrist, checking shoulder position, depress, protract, retract, go all the way down, arrow position, all the way up, choosing the right intensity. And there you have it. As promised, here's a workout structure that you could use to train the push-ups at home. Putting these 5 points into practice, choosing the right intensity that you could perform 8 to 12 reps for exercise 1 and 3 to 5 reps for exercise 2. If you have enjoyed this video, share it to your friends so that they can perfect their push-ups too. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below on what other tutorials you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video.